Hi, this is Tom from Infinity Bricks, and I just wanted to say thank you for those who have been watching these videos, particularly the minifig designs. I know some of you have made some comments as to which figures you would like to see, and I have paid attention to that, and don't worry, we'll be making some of those. And the one that I have here, I actually made quite some time ago, but just didn't have the opportunity to make a video for it, just with the busyness of Christmas. So I thought now Christmas is over and we've got through the new year, be a good time just to sort of put the video out there. Now the design of this figure is based on the film Batman vs Superman, Dawn of Justice. Now the film itself I was very excited for. I am a fan of Batman, I do enjoy the comics, and it was based on the comic, as far as I knew, The Dark Knight Returns. Now for those who do know the comic, you know that there is a scene where Batman fights Superman, and it was clear that this was the inspiration for this film, so the expectations was high. It's probably one of the best Batman comics, if not the best Batman comic which has been written, but unfortunately it just didn't live up to the expectations. Now it wasn't a terrible film, there are worse Batman films in my view, and there's a lot about it I did actually like. I thought the effects were great, I thought the sort of atmosphere that was created was really good. The really dark tone of the DC universe I thought was really handled well, and the actual fight scene between Batman and Superman was awesome. It was so physical, and it was buildings and being smashed apart, and it just felt so gritty, and that worked really well. But there were just a few things that just seemed to sort of unfortunately not ruin it, but just didn't impress, and it was more to do with how they handled the additional characters, maybe the motivations behind the battle between Batman and Superman. And also, there was a few things that I thought were quite epic that they just chucked in for 5 minutes, and they probably would have been better off in another film. But my main gripe with the film, if I'm being honest, was Lex Luthor. So sorry, Jesse, but unfortunately the performance from my point of view just didn't match what I see Lex Luthor being. Now maybe that will be kind of dug into a little bit more in the next film. Maybe they'll see sort of more sides to the character that will kind of explain all of that. But on initial impressions, it just didn't work for me. But I do like the film. It's not terrible. It's just not as good as I really wanted it to be. And a lot of it was handled really well. And I think the cinematography particularly was, really great. One of my favourite scenes in the film was when Batman had a vision and he saw what the future might look like, and it was strongly hinting that Darkseid, who's a massive Superman villain, has taken over the Earth and it's all in ruin, and Superman himself is now evil, and he's actually hunting down Batman. And they actually show what Batman would look like in the future in that situation. So he's kind of got this these goggles on and this kind of trench coat, and he's got these sort of army sort of gear. It's a very different type of Batman, and a lot of people would say, I think they refer it to like the Nightmare Batman. And but yeah, I thought it was a really cool scene, and it's really interesting, and I'm hoping that we'll see something like that in a movie, like a sort of full-on this is the future type thing. Who knows what the future holds, but it was really cool to see that scene. Now I haven't seen any designs for this figure. I believe that there are a few out there, but I haven't really looked at them. But I had a look at some of the Batman characters that we already have, and obviously we've recently had the release of the Minifigure Series for the Lego Batman movie, and one of the characters is the Holiday Batman, or the Vacation Batman, where he's wearing the goggles. And as soon as I saw that, I thought, there's a mould there that could work quite well for a Nightmare Batman. So what I decided to do was to have a look at some of the other designs of minifigures. How I do this is I just look at the overall designs and try to keep a consistent design that fits in with what the current Lego kind of designs are. So I had a look around to see whether or not there were other characters that might have those sort of the coats and the combats, and just to see whether or not there's some sort of link that can be made here and a character could be formed. So I did that and have come up with this design. So it's a digital design of the Nightmare Batman. So he's got the goggles and he's got the sort of green trousers and the details there with the scarf and some straps, and yeah, I kind of think he's pretty interesting. It is possible we may still see a Nightmare Batman released by Lego, but I think because the film has been out now and it's kind of been and gone, you know, there really isn't a market for the Batman versus Superman minifigures at this stage, I don't believe. So, you know, it may happen, but unless it comes up in the Lego Batman movie in some way, it's probably unlikely that we'll actually see a design like this for some time. Now, who knows what will happen in the Justice League and whether or not there'll be new scenes that may indicate, again, looking into the future and this type of Batman. So yes, we may see it if that does happen, but if not, I'm probably sure that it's not going to be seen. But anyway, I did like that design of Batman. I would love to see a minifigure like this, so let me know what you think in the comments below. And like always, please give me the list of minifigures that you would like to see designs for. Now obviously, you know, these things do take some time, but I will be looking at those. There's a few suggestions that have already been made that I'm 100% behind. I'm definitely going to be doing, and I'll be revealing those as I do them. So again, thank you very much for watching, and thanks for liking and subscribing, and I look forward to speaking to you again soon.